Could you stand in the shadow of a structure so massive it remained the tallest man-made object on Earth for nearly 4,000 years and not feel the weight of eternity? This is the central question that greets every traveler who touches down in Egypt, a land where the line between the ancient world and the modern day is not just thin, it is practically non-existent. In our last journey, we explored the precision and alpine heights of Switzerland, but today, we trade the biting chill of the mountains for the golden heat of the Sahara. We are descending into the cradle of civilization to witness the legacy of the Pharaohs and the life-giving pulse of the Nile. Your journey almost certainly begins in Cairo, a city that is as chaotic as it is captivating. It is a sprawling metropolis of over 20 million people, where the honking of car horns competes with the melodic call to prayer, echoing from 1,000 minarets. But just on the western edge of this urban intensity lies the Giza Plateau. When you see the Great Pyramids for the first time, it is a physical jolt to the system. The Great Pyramid of Khufu is the only one of the original 7 wonders of the ancient world still standing. And standing before its 2 million-plus limestone blocks, you realize that no photograph can capture its sheer scale. Beside it, the Great Sphinx keeps its eternal watch, carved directly from the bedrock with the body of a lion and the head of a king. To truly appreciate this sight, arrive early in the morning before the desert sun reaches its peak. Walking through the desert sand as the mist clears from the pyramid peaks is a moment of profound silence in a very loud country. While Cairo holds the icons, many travelers find the soul of Egypt several hundred miles to the south in Luxor. If Cairo is the brain of Egypt, Luxor is its heart. Often described as the world's greatest open-air museum, Luxor is divided by the Nile into the East Bank and the West Bank. On the East Bank, the Karnak Temple complex defies belief. This was the most important place of worship in Egypt for over 1,500 years. Walking through the hypostyle hall, you are surrounded by 134 massive sandstone columns, many still bearing the faint, colorful pigments of their original paint. Across the river on the West Bank, the sun sets over the Valley of the Kings. Here, the pharaohs of the New Kingdom were buried in hidden, rock-cut tombs to protect their treasures from grave robbers. The most famous, of course, is the tomb of Tutankhamun, but the larger tombs, like those of Ramses VI or Seti I, offer walls covered from floor to ceiling in breathtakingly vibrant hieroglyphics that tell the story of the soul's journey through the underworld. Navigating Egypt requires more than just a map. It requires an understanding of the local heartbeat. Egypt is a deeply traditional and predominantly Muslim country, and respecting cultural norms will make your trip significantly smoother. For both men and women, modesty is the golden rule. While resorts are more relaxed, in the cities and at historic sites, you should keep your shoulders and knees covered. This is especially true when visiting the stunning mosques of Islamic Cairo. Beyond clothing, you must understand the concept of baksheesh. In the West, we call it tipping, but in Egypt, it is more like a social lubricant. It is a small sum of money given for minor services, opening a door, showing you a hidden corner of a tomb, or even just pointing you in the right direction. Keep a pocket full of small bills. It is a way of life here, not a scam, and a little goes a long way in showing appreciation. Nowhere is the cultural energy more palpable than in the Khan el-Khalili Bazaar in Cairo. This labyrinth of narrow alleys has been a center of trade since the 14th century. As you walk through, the air is thick with the scent of cumin, turmeric, and high-quality leather. Shopkeepers will invite you in for hibiscus tea or a strong Egyptian coffee. Here, haggling is not just expected, it is a form of art. Never accept the first price offered. Instead, treat it as a friendly conversation. If you reach a price that makes both you and the merchant smile, you've done it right. This is the place to buy intricate brass lanterns, hand-woven carpets, or genuine papyrus art. When it comes to seeing the rest of the country, you face a classic travel dilemma: the slow magic of the river or the luxury of the coast. A Nile cruise is the quintessential Egyptian experience. Drifting between Luxor and Aswan on a traditional wooden sailing boat called a felucca, or a more modern luxury cruiser, allows you to see Egypt as it has looked for millennia. You'll see farmers tilling the soil with oxen, children splashing in the reeds, and ancient temples like Kam Ombo and Edfu appearing like mirages on the riverbanks. It is a rhythmic, peaceful way to travel that contrasts sharply with the bustle of the cities. However, if your idea of a vacation involves world-class diving and five-star relaxation, the Red Sea resorts of Sharm El Sheikh and Hurghada are calling. The Red Sea is home to some of the most vibrant coral reefs on the planet. With water so clear, you can see the kaleidoscope of fish from the surface. Sharm El Sheikh, located at the tip of the Sinai Peninsula, offers a mix of luxury hotels, desert excursions to Mount Sinai, and a vibrant nightlife. It is the perfect place to decompress after a week of dusty temple exploration. Whether you choose the historical immersion of the Nile or the crystalline waters of the Red Sea, Egypt offers a dual identity that caters to every type of traveler. Before you book your flight, let's talk logistics. Entering Egypt is relatively straightforward for most nationalities. The e-visa system allows you to apply online before you arrive, saving you time at the airport. Alternatively, many travelers can still obtain a visa on arrival at Cairo International Airport for $25. But having your e-visa ready is always the smoother option. Timing is everything in the desert. The best time to visit is during the cooler months from October to April. During this window, the daytime temperatures are pleasant for walking through ruins, and the evenings are crisp. If you visit in July or August, be prepared for temperatures that can soar above 110 degrees Fahrenheit, making outdoor sightseeing nearly impossible during midday. Safety is a common question for those looking at Egypt. The Egyptian government places a very high priority on tourism security. You will notice a visible presence of tourism police at every major site and hotel. While common sense is necessary, such as avoiding political demonstrations and staying aware of your surroundings in crowded markets, most travelers find Egypt to be a welcoming and hospitable place. Egyptians are incredibly proud of their history and are generally eager to help visitors fall in love with their country. Finally, we have to look at the numbers. Egypt remains one of the most affordable world-class destinations. If you are a budget traveler, you can comfortably see the sights for around $50 a day. This includes staying in clean, local guest houses, eating delicious street food like kashari, a hearty mix of pasta, rice, lentils, and spicy tomato sauce, and using public transport or ride-sharing apps like Uber, which are very cheap in Cairo. For those seeking a mid-range to luxury experience, a budget of $150 a day opens the doors to some of the most historic hotels in the world. For a stay you will never forget, consider the Marriott Mina House in Cairo, where you can eat breakfast on a terrace while looking directly at the Great Pyramid. In Luxor, the Sofitel Winter Palace is a colonial-era gem where Agatha Christie reportedly wrote parts of Death on the Nile. For a more intimate boutique feel on the West Bank, look into Al Mudeira, a stunning hotel that feels like a private sultan's palace. These accommodations are more than just places to sleep. They are part of the Egyptian story. Egypt is a land that demands your attention and rewards your curiosity. It is a place where you can touch the stones laid by ancient hands and then share a tea with their descendants in the shadow of those very monuments. It is a journey that will change your perspective on time itself. If this guide has helped you envision your own desert adventure, make sure to let us know which pharaoh's tomb you're most excited to see in the comments. In our next episode, we are leaving the desert behind and flying across the Atlantic to the rugged peaks of South America. We'll be heading into the heart of the Andes to explore the Incan mysteries of Peru, from the culinary heights of Lima to the lost city of Machu Picchu. You won't want to miss it. Until then, keep your bags packed, your spirit curious, and your travels happy.